Hi folks, it's Andy. Welcome to this episode of Kendo Video Feedback. Okay folks, here we are for another episode of Kendo Video Feedback. In these videos, in this sort of video series, what I do is I take some footage that you wonderful channel viewers have submitted to me. We watch it together, I give you some feedback, and hopefully everybody learns something. We've just got one video to look at today. It's a little bit of a long one. I'm not sure if we'll watch the whole thing or not. I think I'll be able to get a good idea just by watching some of it. But it is an interesting submission, so we're gonna jump to it and look to it in a second. Before we do though, don't forget YouTube magic: like, share, subscribe. Let's increase the Kendo population. That's how it works. If you like, share, subscribe, there's a little bell down there. If you go down when you subscribe, you click the little arrow down thing, I think it is, and a bell comes up. It says notifications. What that does is called notifications because it sends a notification to YouTube to go and find people who are about to start Kendo, and then it sends out little ninjas or something that go and look for them, and you help them find them by writing a comment underneath that uses the word Kendo, so it sort of programs the ninjas in the right way, because they're like robot ninjas, and it goes and gets people to start Kendo that were going to start Kendo but didn't know they were going to start Kendo. So we've increased the Kendo population already by 6 million last year, probably by this method. I'm pretty sure this is how it works, and it's just my own theory, but it seems to be worth checking out, and we're aiming for 7 million or more this year. So make sure you do that: like, share, subscribe, notifications to notify YouTube ninjas to go and do what they've got to do, and then Kendo in the comments. What a great Kendo video! I love Kendo. The Kendo show is what a great channel. And then the ninjas will show them Kendo videos, and they'll start doing Kendo. So do that. More importantly though, if you do like this video, if you like the other videos that I put out, I have content like this. I've got the Kendo Rant. The channel's called The Kendo Show. Kendo Rant, which comes out pretty much every week, where I answer your questions. I have these feedback videos. I do analysis videos. Yesterday I put out an analysis video of a match that I played in Japan, called Kenkaku. So go and watch that if you haven't seen it yet. And I also do instructional content as well, whether you're a beginner, whether you're a bit more advanced, do stuff for all levels. I've got more stuff coming as well, and it's all free. All right, no little monthly charges, nothing like that. All you've got to do to support it is shop at KendoStar.com. Now that's my website that provides the best Kendo equipment in the universe and the history of the human race. Now, of course, I would say that because I own it, as I said, but the quality is top notch. Everybody agrees with us. You get the best service. I don't think you'll find anyone that disagrees with me on that. You're going to shop with us anyway. Everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth, as the Japanese proverb goes. So shop at KendoStar.com. So before I jump to this video, I'm going to read out the email that came along with it, or parts of it. It says, "Dear Andy Sensei, it's been 2 years since we took our 4th Dan exam. And almost 2 years since we sent you our video to have some feedback from you, which we were grateful." So 2 years ago, you guys sent me a video of your 4th Dan exam. I gave you some feedback on it, and now we're 2 years down the line. I'm going to have another look. It says, "We continued our Kendo journey following the advice you gave us. So we'd like to send you a new video and have your advice on how we're doing. We're still 2 more years to be eligible for 5th Dan, but we'd like to hear your opinion on what we need to practice on if we're going in the correct way. The keiko's quite long, and it's not a specific practice. I mean, it's not particularly Shiai or Shinsa. It's just any given Sunday morning keiko where we practice and experiment with Mai, Seme, Shikakewaza, Ojiwaza, etc. But always trying to take care of our technique. Hope you and your family are doing great." Yes, we are doing great. "And thank you kindly for the time to help us." Okay, no problem. So we're going to have a look at this now. It is quite a long video. Here we are. It is quite a long video. So I'm probably not going to watch we're probably not going to go through the entire thing, because this will turn into a sort of hour-long video if I do that. But we are going to watch what we need to watch. Okay, so what we know is you guys are both fourth dan, and you're sort of 2 years into your fourth dan, 2 years away from your fifth dan. So it's at the point now where it's like starting to be in the back of your mind. I guess you know, the heat's not on yet, but it's not far away, because those 2 years, they disappear fast. So let's have a look. I'm looking at both of you in this, okay? Looking at both of you. Okay, good. This is all good. So, you know what? Straight away, I'd say is I'm happy with your Kamai. Both of your Kamai is good. You don't have any of this sort of S-shaped Kamai that we see going on. You know, when it's like this, it's a nice, good, straight Kamai. I think the weight distribution is pretty decent. One thing I'd say here for the player on the right, you see the way you're holding the shinai there in your left hand? I think you'll get more benefit if you turn your wrist slightly more inward. So so at the minute, the way your left hand is holding it is a bit too much like this, and I'd like to see you turn it inward more this way. All right, so that this line of the inside of your wrist is more parallel with the shinai itself, rather than this way where it's going at an angle. See my wrist this way? Can you see my wrist is going at an angle compared to the shinai? I want my wrist to be pretty much in line with the shinai. It's hard to show on this camera, but sort of in line. Not entirely. I mean, it's always going to go a little bit that way because of the mechanics of it, but it's a little bit too much this way. I like it to be just a centimetre or so turned around that way, and you'll get much more effective movement from your wrists when you're cutting, okay? Okay, good. So I like this shotachi, okay? So here's my advice straight away, okay? So first off, let's look at the kote. It's a great degote. Great degote. Yeah, fantastic degote, alright? What I'm most concerned with is what happens next, okay? So after hitting here, I think your movement to your right is too soon. It's too soon. I would take another step forward before I started to move to the right, okay? Because what you want to do is you don't want to create this distance, yeah? So if I'm honest, like you know, in a CI or something like this, you're going to receive the hikimen right here, okay? So you want to try to avoid that. So my advice would be, after hitting, don't go immediately to the right. I'd hit forward and right, okay? At the minute, you're kind of going sideways rather than forward and right, okay? And you're just leaving yourself at a bit of a risky distance. The semi is good. I like the semi-eye though. I think it's good. Oh, nice man. Nice man. That's good, man. I'm gonna watch it one more time. So, I think it's a great man, but we've got mechanical issues with your humikomi. Alright? It's a little bit sort of disjointed if we watch it in full speed again. I'm going to watch it in slow to see where the issue of that is. I think it's partly because yeah, I think it's partly, I think your swing is a bit too big, and because of that, the shinai is a little bit late. It's a little bit late. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I'm probably being a bit too harsh. But I think you're swinging a little bit too big. Yeah, I think if you kept the Kensen forward, bam, this way, it'd be a lot more dynamic. Okay. Okay. So I want both of you to stop doing Ayumi Ashi. Okay, Ayumi Ashi after hitting this walking. Okay, I want you both to stop doing that. Okay, it doesn't look good, and it's not, especially as you start working towards your grading, you should use the Okuriashi. Okay. You see, when you do Ayumi Ashi like that, people are going to pick me up on this and ask me about it. When you do Ayumi Ashi like that, what it looks like is that you're focusing just on the point of the hit. So it's like hit and relax. When that's not really the full datotsu, is it? You know what I mean? So it's like the start and the middle of the strike is there, but the end is sort of letting it all down. Oh, this is good, man. This is men for this side. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Very nice, very nice. It's good on both fronts though. Again, let's lose this walking. And that's the big thing I'd take away from this. Really good semi from this side especially. So it'd be great. You see, I think you did really good semi there, really fantastic. And then it was sort of let down by the kind of hesitation in the strike. I think if you'd really committed to the strike, it would have been a lot better, even if it missed. And because it missed, this is unnecessary, isn't it? Yeah, we don't need to be going, man, like this, okay? It's not egregious. It's not super bad. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but if we're looking towards fifth dan, we need to be sort of. It needs to be obvious that we've got awareness of whether our strike's successful or not. Oh, great men there. On this side, fantastic. If I watch it again in full speed. My feeling is that it's not got quite enough tenouchi though. Not enough sae, yeah? The sharpness, crispness, bam! Yeah? It's a little bit like this. It wants to be bam! Yeah? A little bit more. Semi on this side is great. Oh, this is what I get told off for. You see this foot here, this foot thing here. I get told off for this by my wife. She's strict on this. It's a habit I've got too. Best not to. Hard the way. That was good kote. Very well, very good kote. I think you're on target with it. It looks pretty good, yeah. Fantastic. All right. But again, you see how there's this straight away after hitting, you're starting to crab around to the right. I know we want to move to the right after hitting. I know that's like how we're taught, but you don't want to just go straight to the right this way. As I said before, hit forward. Your momentum should be forward as you move to the right. Okay? So that you don't have this weird distance between the two. And I think, again, there's too much focus on the point of the hit. So it all kind of goes flat after your hit is made. Your hit's brilliant, and then this kind of kime, the follow-up, and the zanshin is like kote kind of thing. You know what I mean? It needs to be complete. Okay, so here, you see this sort of thing? This sort of thing shows that you're still not fully committed to your strikes. It's all right to miss a strike. But you have to throw everything at it. And then if it doesn't hit, then you cancel. You know what I'm saying? So again, here. when you do this, like if you do this in the grading, it's probably going to go against you because there's no voice, and it's because you didn't hit, there's no voice. So it's obvious that you're adding the voice at the point of impact rather than... So it can't be Kikentai no Ichi, can it? If the voice isn't together with the strike. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that you're throwing everything in the strike. Oh, missed. Okay, next. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think the key thing I really want you to think about is this Ayumiashi after hitting, because I really think it is showing the deeper problem, which is the kind of focus on the strike itself, and then like the point of impact itself, and then we're losing a little bit afterwards. I don't think, this is a good men, I think, from this side. I think it was good. Oh no, it was the other side. Yeah, this is the other side actually. I noticed this was looked in slow motion because it took the semi, which is fine. But we don't need to sort of go off this way and lose eye contact, yeah? We want to keep our intention towards them. But on this side, you made that fantastic men and then kind of turn around and this way. But it has to be men, and then the next one, yeah. The intensity has to kind of last from the beginning through your semi to your strike and then into your Zanshin, yeah. And at the minute, the Zanshin is letting you down. All right, so for me, like I think for fifth dan, this is going to be a big issue for you if you're not careful, if you don't start to look at fixing it. Okay. Nice. Okay, yeah, for you, I want you to keep your intention more towards him, more towards your partner, so that we're not seeing so much of this situation where he's completely out of your vision. Yeah. I'm gonna skip ahead. Let's see what else we've got a bit later on. So this is a good demonstration of what I've just said, isn't it? Because you after hitting here, there's a moment where your intention is still over this way. You realise you've missed, which is fine, but as you turn around, he's been able to capitalize on this Hikiman here, which is fine. I think on this side, I think there's your right arm looks a little bit tense, a little bit too outstretched. I'd sort of relax it a little bit. Relax a little bit. My phone keeps going off here. Okay. Good man here. But yeah, so look, we're seeing a lot of the same things here. I don't want to, go too far into much else. I think the main thing that you guys need to really think about is, as I say, making sure that your strikes are whole. Yeah, they're complete. Yeah, there's a distinct beginning, middle, and an end. Yeah, that means that you have semi in your approach. You make the good strike, and then you strike with Zanshin. This is a good man. Yeah, fantastic man. Fantastic man. Yeah, but that is becoming a little bit evident in your sort of walking and stuff after the strike. All right, it's super important that you sort of bear that in mind. Okay, so sometimes you're making strikes with no voice. Sometimes after you hit, there's like this kind of fall off in intensity. So it kind of demonstrates, it would demonstrate to a grading panel that your sort of focus is on the point of impact with the shinai rather than creating a whole and complete datotsu. All right, I think we're doing Bonshobi now, so we'll watch this before we wrap up. Yeah, I think this arm's just a little bit too like this for me. I'd relax it a little bit. I think you'll find you can move your shinai a little bit freer. See, like this, both of you sort of started waza, but nothing came out. Yeah, so the point is on the sort of hitting bit, whereas, you know, and so it's not kentai no ichi, is it? Like normally in this situation, this is a, you know, if your strikes are all made of kentai no ichi, you'd be like, you know, this sort of thing, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, so it kind of emphasizes the point I'm making a bit. I could see you were waiting for this kote here, to be honest. So, I know you guys have been practicing for like 9 minutes, so like it's time to sort of finish. But the problem you got with this dekote, right, is like if it's the shiai, it's the ninth one, right, because it's not accurate. And the swing is far too big, yeah, which is why it's kind of cumbersome and you run out of space. You see how it's like this, like that, all right? So, you know, it was well seen, well, you know, well set up in a way. But for it to be Ippon, it needs to be a lot sharper than that, okay? Fantastic. Okay, well, listen, you're both doing super great. Super good. I think, you know, you're well on the way to fifth dan. I think you're on the right track, both of you. I really do. But I really think the main thing I want you to take away from today is that concept of making sure that your datotsu, your waza, is complete. Yeah, and it's not just focusing on the point of the shinai making impact with the other person's bogu. Yeah, that's important, of course. But if after that happens, it all sort of falls off, then it's kind of demonstrating that it's not really a proper waza with kentai no ichi. All right, so that's my main thing for you to take away from that. I'd love to see you improve more, and I wish you all the best towards your fifth dan over the next 2 years. If you want to send me another video in a few months' time or whatever, I'm more than happy to have another look. But yeah, well done, and thank you for sending it in. Thank you everybody for joining me as well. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, notify YouTube to set out the ninjas, write a comment, shop at KendoStar, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.